I thought we were done with Stormy Daniels. Thought this was over. I thought the storms had passed us. The storm came back. Stormy Daniels was performing in a Columbus, Ohio strip club called the Siren Gentlemen's Club. At this club, apparently she was on stage and some patrons touched her. According to the detectives, Daniels forcibly grabbed the head of certain patrons and pushed them into her breast. Upon seeing this, the officers who just happened to be at the club, now the officers also state that they observed that Stormy was fondling the breast of female patrons.
Some would have you believe that my line of work is a relatively recent phenomenon.
So you mean to tell me that lewd things were going on at a strip club? Next, you'll probably tell me that some cars got wet at a car wash. Isn't that like kinda the thing? When the officers witnessed those activities, 3 detectives approached the stage. Allegedly, Daniels approached 2 of the detectives and she grabbed their faces and shoved them into her breast. It gets worse. She fondled a 3rd detective's breast and buttocks, according to the documents. Daniels was one of 3 people arrested at the club, but it's unclear who the other 2 were. The charges were misdemeanors. She bailed out this morning. About an hour ago, TMZ reported that all the charges against Stormy Daniels had been dropped. They were misdemeanors. She'd already bailed out, but now they've gone away. So the fact still remains there are people upset because they feel that this was retaliation for the whole Trump paid me off through his lawyer thing to keep quiet about an affair that happened almost a decade ago. Or over a decade ago, right? So here we go, guys. Here we go. Look, yes, it does appear very much like a setup. I don't know how you prove it was a setup. According to the Columbus Police Department, they've been doing a lot of this sort of showing up at the strip clubs, seeing what's going on and noticing any type of violations and making arrests. They said they've been doing this since the fall. But that's not enough to stop people from making the claims because, of course, it looks fishy. Now, Donald Trump, as you know, has been in Brussels attending the NATO conference there. But couldn't Trump had told a friend, hey, go get that Stormy Daniels and harass her. Make her life difficult. I'm not saying that couldn't happen. I'm just saying, if you got proof of that, let me know. Where's it at? Some people say because I'm not jumping on the Stormy Daniels train that I'm a Trump collaborator. I wanted to be known I've never collaborated with Trump on anything, and nor have I collaborated with the GOP or the DNC in any way, shape, or form. I've never been given a check, no notoriety. In fact, I've been, if anything, I've been dissed by these people. So your idea that I'm collaborating just because I don't think Stormy Daniels is important.
Do me a favor, will you raise your hand if you believe Stormy Daniels? Raise your hand. So virtually everybody believes her. Raise your hand if you think this matters. Yes. Raise your hand if you think this matters. Yes. Okay, so fewer, but still a large number. So
it's possible Stormy Daniels is a victim of Donald Trump's harassment. It's also possible that Stormy Daniels came out pretty good in this whole situation. I mean, do a search on your browser and you'll find that Stormy Daniels is now the most popular, most famous porn star in history. Her value has grown astronomically since this whole story was unleashed. And Michael Avenatti, her attorney, this guy has been on this guy does not turn down a single solitary. We didn't need to know. Why did we need to know who Michael Avenatti was? Huh? And her attorney, Michael Avenatti, has been on everything. This guy made more appearances than Lil Wayne. All right? So don't get me started. Hey, look, my personal opinion has always been, if you got information attaching Donald Trump to illegal activity, bring it forth and prosecute if you got it. But if you don't, we need to move on with other stuff. Now, Stormy Daniels has done pretty well for herself.
The future just came.
She slept with a guy that she said she never was attracted to. So I wonder why she slept with him to begin with. We all know the answer to that question. And then she alleges that he didn't want it to get out that he slept with her.
Did you want to have sex with him?
No, but I didn't say no. I'm not a victim. I'm not.
It was entirely consensual.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Feel free to form Voltron. Nobody even knows what Voltron. Feel free to join the Avengers in battle to clear Stormy Daniels' name. I mean, look, I understand. It looks like more than a lucky collar went down in Columbus, Ohio at this club. I get that. What you don't get is, I don't feel sorry for Stormy Daniels. I don't see her as a victim. You know who I see as a victim? All the people who are suffering because we got Jeff Sessions in there as our Attorney General. That right there is those are the people that I will champion for. As for this case, we may know or we may never know because the case has been dismissed. The charges have been dropped. And I doubt they'll be able to sue because I got a feeling, just a hunch, just a gut feeling that Stormy Daniels did let people touch her. And that Stormy Daniels did touch people in that club. And Michael Avenatti is not even denying that. Yes, he didn't. If you like your news told in a different way than all the talking heads on TV and cable news, subscribe to this channel right now. And don't forget to hit the bell.